right. Mm. Here we go, y'all. But first and foremost, welcome. Okay? Welcome to Miss Kitty Guide Daily. All right? On the tick over the talk. And if you're watching me on the tube, Miss Kitty's Tarot 999. Okay? But my handle is the same as it is here on TikTok. All right? So you can locate me there as well. The only way to book a reading with me is through my website, and you can find that in my bio or in the description box below. This is going to be a Divine Masculine read, okay, most specifically. Also, the Spiritual AF and your weekend ahead will be posted either depending when this post or right after. It may be before. We'll see. Okay. Whatever the upload times is looking like is when it's going to be. But you will be seeing that either way. All right. But fellas, you know I give equal love to y'all. But you guys are due for one. Okay. And plus my following too is like a 50-50 split. So, like I said, fellas, y'all, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? And plus, y'all need some love too. Okay? But let's do this, shall we? All right. Pretty much what the message is for you, y'all, is you're at a point to where you're turning the page. Okay? You're turning the page, okay, and embracing a new chapter, all right? It's time for you to be more open, okay? Embrace this transition between your past, okay, and maybe your past form, who you were in the past, okay, and what you're moving into the future, and what those possibilities are, and who you're transitioning into, okay? Because I feel like too right now as well, this evening, because it is Friday, yeah, it is Friday, it's a new moon, right? I feel like your spiritual gifts and your intuition, I'm getting spiritual burps, are definitely heightened, okay? But also too, you need to get out, okay? It's time for you to get out and keep working toward, stay focused, keep working toward your life's purpose, okay? Letting your connection with Spirit, the Most High, whatever it is that you subscribe to, okay? The Divine, Most High God, okay? Letting that connection, okay, ground you as you're reaching and moving forward and progressing, okay? Because I feel like some of you are awakening to your power and realizing that you're, you know, a lot stronger and powerful than you gave yourself credit for, okay? And you're really awakening to your true strength, okay? And in doing so also, this is going to help you step into your full potential, because a lot of it too is you stop carrying the baggage of the bullshit that isn't yours, okay? Because you've taken on, I'm speaking, okay, to someone who has taken on emotions, you've taken on guilt, okay? And again, weight that was never yours to begin with, okay? It's time to give all of that bullshit back, okay? So you can also be weightless, be free, okay? I'm wheezing. Okay. Do you have asthma? Are you a smoker? That is like super random. Okay. You may have a lion tattoo. All right. My nose is getting stuffy now. Or maybe you have a cold or something. Are you getting over like a sickness? Um, but yeah, it's time to release that soul burden, okay, as well. Um, I feel like when it comes to your family, especially with men, you are the one who is the cycle breaker, okay? Um, you are no longer carrying, or that is something that you are doing as well, because I feel like this is also a huge transformation for you as we're completing 2025, all right? Ending this fiscal year and moving into 2026, because we know that the new year is when? Spring. All right, but we will save that for another time. But you know what you have carried in silence that shaped your path for quite some time, okay? Um, you were breaking these chains, okay? Um, you need to speak it, whether it is to yourself. Um, Fellas, I know y'all process differently than us women, and it can be very hard, okay, especially when traumas have taken place, okay, and then ego comes into play as well, and then the judgment and everything else that comes along with it. It can be hard. There are, I want to say, um, I'm thinking about an article that I read quite some time ago, you know, as far as, you know, how many men were, you know, abused, especially as children, or even, you know, even into their, you know, teens, early teens, what have you, but just men in general who are abused, even in domestic abuse as well, all right, because women do be putting their hands on men, and let's not act like they don't, all right, and um, it goes unreported. Okay, um, on just on many different abuse, whether it be domestic. I don't know why I'm picking up on domestic, but domestic. Okay, but some men just take it. Mm-hmm. But mm-hmm, I'm gonna let that go. Um, I don't care who you are. We really shouldn't be putting our hands on each other. That shit is not love. All right. The moment that somebody puts hands on someone, especially when it comes to relationship, it completely changes the dynamic. All right. So I don't know. And I was always taught to don't put your hands on no man unless you want a man to, you know, hit you like a man. Okay. But regardless. Now, if he's putting his hands on you, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fight back, whatever the case may be. But moving on, right? But I don't know, men, you know, fellas, one of you may have, you know, experienced that, you know. Um, but, you know, in regards to things that have been carried in silence that has, you know, played a part in your path. Okay. All right. Point being is to speak it. You need to feel it and let it go. Okay. And that is one of the chains that you may be breaking. Okay. Or have let go. All right. To bring you closer to freeing yourself, all right, and choosing peace as well, because I feel like there's still kind of like some resentment there as well. Because I spoke about this before in releasing the resentment loop, okay, because all resentment is, all right, sometimes it can be disguised, you know, as ego and, oh, you know what I'm saying, and this, um, don't know. It's like a power dynamic. It's hard to describe it. You know, resentment isn't power. It's poison. Okay. But you need to stop replaying the story. Okay. Because you are free. All right. Choose peace. Again, you are free. Okay. And I feel like that's really the tone is of you turning the page. Because you are worthy, sir. All right. You are worthy. All right. I feel like you're also very gifted as well, especially spiritually. I feel like you've done your research as well. Like you're really well versed as far as like different religions, and gaining insight, especially in regards to divination, tarot, especially if you're here. All right. You're here for a reason. You have dealt with issues with people who gossip. There's a lot of projection. And in projection too, they project their emotions. Okay. And that comes back to the weight that you have carried that isn't fucking yours. Okay. And that you need to let go. All right. Just because you are a man, you don't have to take on everybody's shit. Okay. Give it back. It isn't yours to carry. All right. You can live close to the inner city for some of you. I saw a big fat pigeon. Okay. You may go somewhere or live somewhere where there is, where people like, not like a path, but people go to walk where there's a body of water. Okay. I don't know. You could go out there and sit and there's big old fat juicy pigeons. I don't know why, but I just see a big fat ass. A big old chunky pigeon. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you go out there to go feed the birds. You know? All right. You may have a female friend, fellas, that is part of the LGBTQIA community. All right. Who you view as just a very, like a sweetheart. Okay. They're very compassionate. I feel like she's a close friend of yours. At least that's, again, put it where it fits, but that's what I'm picking up on. All right. Virgo and Sagittarius could be of significance. Okay. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of like intellectual themes, but I did do a pre-shuffle, okay, of my extra deck. All right. And on the bottom is game over. There is a big ending and completion for you, especially for those who have betrayed you. And you could have had a Virgo that set you up, okay, where you could have taken the fall for something. For a very select few of you, you may have took a charge. You know what I'm saying? It could have been some kind of dummy mission, okay? And I'm not wheezing anymore. Isn't that funny? 1414 on the timer, okay? Where this person tried to set you up. But as you're closing out this year, the point of what I'm getting to is the fact of this is an end. What you're doing, okay, and turning the page, embracing these new chapters in your life and just being open, okay? Really, let that connection with Spirit and the Most High ground you as you progress, okay? So that you can stop, take a moment, release that soul burden and whatever it is that you've been holding on to, okay? Maybe rely on this friend that you may have, okay? I feel like, you know, and he or she, you know, and this could just be someone too that if they're not a part of the LGBTQIA community, this is someone who that you just view as just, you know, a very compassionate, just a sweetheart, okay? But I don't feel like this is something that you have shared, okay? But I feel like this person will be able to give you the compassion that you need in order for you to speak this, you know, but not like a trauma dump, of course, right? Because who likes that? But well, you'll be able to speak it, and if not, you know, go stand in front of a mirror and release it, okay? Feel what it is that you are feeling constructively, you know, and if you need to, you know, go to a break room if you need to release some aggression, okay? They're actually pretty awesome. Okay. Um, but let it go. You are the one in your family, especially I feel like too when it comes to men, of being the cycle breaker, okay? Where for you, I feel like it really gives to like you're the black sheep of the family as well. But you're the one who is breaking the cycles of your family. You're really moving into how do I say this? You're really moving into your true self, okay? But you're free. All right? You're free. You really are. And if you need to leave some people behind, then that's just what you need to do. Period, point blank. I did pull out my one of my angel number decks, all right, with the archangel on it. One of the ones that I pulled out was Archangel Michael, okay? And on this card, it's the number 939, okay? And this is Michael, okay, standing with you. And he stands by those who lead with righteousness, okay? I feel like as well in that you're someone who is of integrity, all right? But it reads, wear your armor of conviction and march toward inevitable victory, okay? Knowing that you're protected, okay? You're meant to be a leader. You really are. You're meant to be a leader. The Angel of Solace came out, okay, Azazel. This is the number 1212. And with this message, this is about comfort, understanding, and peace. But this is letting you know that there is solace in troubled times, okay? Wow. Do you have a cold, sir? Because where is this coming from? But seek comfort and understanding that every storm passes and peace is on the horizon, okay? the angel of rebirth, Serial, 1313. Those numbers could be significant. You could be seeing them. But Serial celebrates the cycles of life, okay? Embrace transformation and anticipate the fresh beginnings that every ending brings, okay? So renewal, again, transformation, new beginnings, okay? And then also to Heniel, 989. And this is interesting too, because again, you know, we've got the new moon coming up, but with Heniel, the angel of intuition, okay, Heniel magnifies your intuitive powers, okay? So trust your inner voice and let the energy guide you, okay? So pay attention, again, pay attention to how you're feeling, okay? And also too, clearing yourself, calling back your power, all right? Because these people who are projecting upon you, all right, this is coming to a huge end for you, all right? I really feel like that you releasing all these things that do not belong to you, all right? This is bringing a huge end to them, all right? And that thread, that that connection that they used to have upon you, to where they were able to do this to you, all right? I feel like not very many people really know who you really are. A lot of people have very many, you know, versions of who they think you are, but nobody, I don't feel like, not very many people like know the heart of you. Like, do I want to pull tarot? I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of channel messages. But there's something about a setup, though. For sure. Look at that. Wheel of Fortune. You releasing this baggage on people, okay? Yeah. I feel like this is really going to bring in your good fortune, okay? Your good karma that you have been, you know, accruing. Maybe even your divine partner as well. That might be this friend. And I feel like too, like you both also, you both are intuitive as well. But Virgo and Sagittarius are significant. Or you could have those placements. You could even be on a twin flame journey. It's for my divine masculines. All right. Twin flame came out with King of Swords. How funny. It flashed, but it came out. Okay. All right, twin. All right, the Emperor. Here you are. You could have a significant airplane placement. Divine Mask. Here we go with this. The Magician and Justice came out in reverse. Okay, so we've got Libra here. We got Gemini, Virgo. So confirmation on Virgo. Ooh. Ooh. They could have been a close friend. Three of Cups. This is the type of person. Yeah, that's an intellectual thief, this spiritual thief. This person conspired behind your back with people. Yeah. And betrayed you, Three of Swords. You could also be seeing 333, 111. Tell me more about this complaint. Ten of Cups, domestic bliss. What else, Spirit? So there's progress here. Three of Wands. Yeah, you could definitely be seeing 333. 10-3. What else? Tell me more. Ten of Cups, Three of Wands. I'm kind of separating up the energies too. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. This is something that you've been manifesting too. Very honest. You're definitely an emperor. There's no question. I mean, he's here. Secrets on the bottom. You need to keep this to yourself as well. You need to keep this to yourself. What else can you tell me? With Twin Flame, King of Swords, Emperor, Ten of Cups, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about this energy. I'm keeping them separate. The Devil, the Most High on the bottom. What's this Devil here? With Judgment. And Six of Wands. Yeah, you've completed and have a complete victory over releasing toxic attachments, behaviors. You could have Capricorn in your chart also. Yeah. You're surrendering. That's exactly what you're doing. And viewing things differently. And in doing so, that's bringing in your Ace of Pentacles, bringing in your manifestations, Emperor, Divine Masculine, that you are. What's this Magician in reverse with Justice and 3 of Cups? What's hidden? And it being illuminated, the moon here. Cancer, Pisces. What else? Obsessed, 2 of Pentacles. This person is really worried about what you're doing in regards to your finances. And this group as well. 6 of Cups on the bottom. What else? 5 of Pentacles, because they really out here broke. We got Taurus. I got Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Capricorn over here, Taurus. And you know, there it is, Black Magic. Below the High Priestess. And then you got the Magician reversed as well. Someone could have told you about this as well. Because it's like, well, how does Divine Masculine, how do they do what they do? How do they balance? How do they balance it all? And they want to know about your money. Maybe the setup was in regards to money. And they thought that you could take the hit for something. So then you would be the one who was down and out. They could do this around the moon cycles as well. With the Magician in reverse and the moon falling below that. And then the 5 of Pentacles. All right. The Star. But this is something that you've healed from. You bounce back, making better decisions. Karma's coming back to bite them. This person really betrayed you. Betrayed your trust. King of Wands. But this is given a group. It could be 3 people. But you're a leader. So that makes a lot of sense. You're really in your period of 1, transition, rebirth. Okay. You've healed from this. Yeah, karmic connections, your hidden enemies, divine guidance, below 6 of Pentacles here. These are people that have had their hand out, that are nothing but karmic connections. And they're really your hidden enemies. And that is the divine guidance. And the weight that you're carrying. The projections. Okay. Again, yeah, so this could have been something legal issues that this could have, okay, resulted from. Because what was I saying? You could have went on a dummy mission, okay, and got hemmed up. All right. But yeah. You just could have made a bad decision. Or they lied, and because you were protecting your friends, you know, again, you took the fall. But this is all coming, I'm telling you, this is all coming to an end. Your main focus is being the cycle breaker, okay? Releasing the burden, all right? The baggage that has been placed upon you because you are the emperor, okay? You are Big Daddy. Okay. All right. People with their hand out. I never like it when the Magician comes in. It comes out in reverse. I do not like it. But you're a leader, and they're obsessed. I mean, look at it. They bugged out. Looking crazy. This group of people. But that's crazy. Look at that. You got the Magician in reverse with the Moon and 5 of Pentacles. They really want you to be out here down and out. Quite literally, out in the cold. Okay. 517. You could be seeing 1111 also. You were really seeing things in a completely different light. Now it's just really just a matter of, you know, stop carrying what isn't yours. Okay? Really cutting these people off. I feel like you kind of like, not even that you kind of have, but like, I feel like you have. But it's just the shit that you're carrying. That could be a combination of these people. Of this community. You may be with your person already, okay? You may have a daughter together. And maybe there's a move. I did see the Chariot. And then the Three of Pentacles is over here. I heard, yeah, do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'm telling you, 2026, it's going to be our year, y'all. It's going to be our year. It's going to be our year. I gotta move my stuff around. I'm gonna pull some ancestral and spirit guide messages. Yeah, my right ear's ringing. That's my good ear. What do we got? Let go of the need to know all the details and how everything will work out. Eliminate everything that gives you conflicted feelings. It's time to embrace the things that resonate with your soul. If it doesn't bring peace or purpose, then don't give it your attention, time, or energy. All right. How can we help? We are ready to assist as needed. Just be clear about what you really need at this time. Okay. And what did I say earlier? Okay. About really leaning into spirit. Okay. And letting your connection with the Most High ground you. Okay. Holla. Okay. Your ancestors. Talk to them. Talk to them. Stop being afraid of getting what you actually desire. You ask for it, so it's yours. Like I said, you are worthy. Anything else? Your crown chakra needs some attention. Clean your space and capture your thoughts to help clear your mind. All right. Some of you may need to, coming into the end of the month, the end of this year too. All right. Clear your space. All right. You may have a pile of doom. Okay. Pile of laundry that collects stagnant energy. Okay. You probably need to put your shit away. Okay. All right. You need to lean into your abundance. Be proud. You earned it. All right. Fellas. Good things are coming. My guy. Indeed. Oh, indeed. but you're a leader. All right, you could also be an entrepreneur. Something about divination too. People could be, and that might be what it is too, and people trying to gain knowledge of you and your comings and your goings is through somebody been spying on you. Well, if they're an intellectual thief, you probably. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's given. Because they're obsessed. Yeah, they're trying to spy on your new beginning and what's coming in for you, the Fool on the bottom. All right, be real clear. So they've been using divination to spy on divine masculine. Yes, they have. And they're exhausted. Why? Because they've been blocked. Two of Swords. I kept staring at it. I know you know. They've been blocked out. And that's why they're so obsessed. Looking bugged out like they haven't slept in days, in a week or something stupid. Okay. 72 or the number 27 could be a significance. Looking crazy. But they're blocked out. They're deadlocked. Like, Spirit is like, no. We're not letting them do this no more. This was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Because you're doing all the right things. This is that little bit of, we just out here doing our shadow work too, right? Okay. So that we're evolving. Yeah. Keep being optimistic. Okay. Keep being optimistic. And get that monkey up off your back and releasing that burden. Okay. For sure. All right, that was your reading. All praises. But, y'all, big hugs, big love. Okay? They're not coming with us. Nope. It's game over. This is a huge completion for you. All right. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. And I holla.